Good morning. My name's Nick, and it's really wonderful to be with you for one of Sam and Gemma's great Lent lockdown videos. I don't really like chocolate eggs, and I don't really like jelly beans that Kathleen, who was with us last Wednesday, had. So I really love great big juicy raisins. That's what I'm having. The reading today is from a book written by one of Jesus' closest friends called John in the Bible. It's very long, so I'm not going to read it. I'm just going to tell you what's happening. Jesus and his friends on a long journey from somewhere called Judea all the way to Galilee, where Jerusalem is. And it's going to take them several days, and about halfway, after they've maybe been walking for a couple of days in the heat, they come to a land called Samaria, where people are very different. It's a dangerous place for them to be travelling through, and Jesus and his friends come to a well in the ground where they can draw water. His friends go off to the local town or village to buy food. And Jesus is there on his own, very hot, very tired, and a woman comes to draw water herself from the well in the middle of the day, hottest time, and Jesus starts talking to her, and he asks her if he could have some of the water from the well. And she's really amazed by that, because men really just don't talk to women on their own. And so she's a bit interested and intrigued. And he, having asked her for the water, he starts talking to her and explaining that the water that she would draw from the well and drink, after she's drunk it, she'd be thirsty again. But he can offer her something called living water. And if she were to drink it, she would never be thirsty again. And she begins to realise there's something very, very special about this person. And as they talk, he seems to know everything about her. He knows about her history, how she's lived her life, not always really very well. And she knows that she and her people have always been told that someone would come who would know all about them, who would be able to explain everything. And this person would be what's known as a Messiah. And she says this to him, that she knows that one day a Messiah will come. And he says to her, well, that is who I am. And she just gets so excited. And the more he tells her, the more she realises this truly is the great Messiah. So she goes off in great excitement, gets all her friends and brings them back. And as they talk to Jesus and get to know who he is, many, many of them come to faith and to believe in the true God. So it's a wonderful, wonderful story. I'm really happy to share it with you. I think we often feel we can't tell our friends about God because we won't know enough about him, or we won't be able to explain everything. But I think God wants us to be a bit like the woman at the well, to just feel so excited about what God is doing in our lives that we can tell our friends about him and make them realise just how amazing and special he is. So it's simple, because it's our story. And we can all tell our own story, can't we? Right, now, we've got to do the thankfulness jar. Here's mine. Thankfulness. There's always so much to write. So I'm going to write my own thankfulness note for today. Yes. Do that. And there's the thankfulness note going into the jar. Another one. We're going to run out of space. We'll have to push them down. And lastly, we normally have an activity if you want to do it. So what I've done is I thought I'd make a bucket that I could put into a well. Not really, of course, but something like that. So I have found a small plastic pot, and I've made holes either side, and you could use a bit of string. I've used some garden twine, and I've put it in there. So can you see it all? Yes, there it is. And all you will need, though, where is it? If you've got a little, you might have one of those little yogurt pots, which you could use, but you'll need something heavy to put in it. So I've got a stone, and then you'll be able to drop it in, well, not drop it, lower it into either your bath or a washing up bowl, and you can draw your own water as though it's coming out of a well. So it's great to have shared this all with you. And we'll see everyone again. Bye.